Okay, we're gonna do a little work on the neck, and this is how I start the neck work. A lot of people coming with a lot of neck pain, and this is neck pain is transferred all the way down. People feel a tingling and numbness in the hands. Sometimes they feel the pain in the shoulder, and it's a lot of problems come from your neck. And what I'm looking at my clients, I'm gonna do assessments standing and sitting position. But now David is laid down, and I see this little rotation is this way. Can you see this? So his head is turning this way, kind of side bending to the left. I can see it. So what I'm doing first, I'm just grab the neck right above the neck, try to do neutral. So I just put him in neutral position and I hold. And what I'm doing, I'm decompress the spine, the cervical area really gently. My thumbs is right on this sternocleidomastoid, and I'm just pulling. Yeah. Some people do choking, like put on the throat, and doing that, that's not comfortable. So the thumbs is lower down. You can make sure it's not on the throat. Yeah. So you don't want to choke anyone. I mean, only if they pay extra. So, and decompress. I move my body. You see, I'm moving my body. I'm sitting and I'm leaning with my body. I'm not leaning with my arms. And it's just really nice. How's it feel?
Good.
Yeah, you can hold it. Other way, you can just hold with one arm. You can place another arm on the forehead and just push this way. But I don't know. I don't really like it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Now, the first thing first, I just want to see how the rotation is. Is there any limitation? And what people start do, they do side bending, and it's no side bending. Your neck being designed, it's like a machine gun. They rotate it, they do extension flexion, but they don't do a lot of side bending. You don't want that because if you injure that C3, C2, that's going to be painful, really painful for people. So you don't want that. And the first thing first, I want to work on the sternocleidomastoid. As we already know, the David head was turned a little bit to the left. That means something going on the left side, and that sternocleidomastoid going to be tight on the left side. It's also great work on the sternocleidomastoid muscle because we always lean forward, and that muscle has become really tight. So now I'm going to grab that sternocleidomastoid. For the camera purpose, I'm going to work on this one, unfortunately. So bend to the side I want to work. So if I work on the right side, I bend head to the right side. Little bending, not too much bending. You see, slightly, like I don't want to do that, okay? And you can add a little bit of rotation too. So grab, and now you pull, you're stripping that muscle all the way up. From that clavicle bone all the way up to the top. Okay, how's it feel?
Very relaxing.
Good. Sometimes you touch the spot, like, trigger point, like a really, really tense spot, and people feel it right tingling about the eye. And sometimes people, oh my God, I feel this in my eye. Okay? Yeah, just be careful, work a little bit gently, and it's going to go away, and it's actually really beneficial. So stripping. Now I can work on those scallions muscles. I actually rotate the head to opposite side, and it's right in here, right? Make sure it's not an artery and vein. So if you feel pulsing, you stay away from the zone. So you see, I'm open the space. I also don't use any oil, any lotion. And what I'm doing, I'm gently stripping and get some action. So I do flex and extend of the head with my left hand. So you see I'm doing that. So I want to do a lot of action in the neck, like flexion, extension, rotation. See how's everything work. Okay. Gently. How's it feel?
Good, very good.
Very good, yes.
So, it has so much tension in it.
You see? Very gently. I don't rush myself because this is the neck. So, and I do the same on the opposite side. Now I bring to the neutral. What I'm doing here, I'm just find that aluminum groove, and just what I'm doing, slide my fingers up. Just see how's everything. And I feel a little bit kind of bumpy on the left side. So I just check it. Now I want to do rotation. So I want to create rotation and see how's everything with rotation. And I do the same movements. So I place my hands like this, like a little bit hook.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm doing, I add a little bit of rotation. And see how's everything feel with rotation. Yeah. Okay. You feel that little bump on the left side right here?
Mm.
Is that painful?
Mm-mm.
Good. Okay.
It's a muscle.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's a vertebrae's out. I think the C3 is out. And usually C3 is out, its other out is out. They like sisters, they stick together. So what I'm doing here, I do rotation, and now I do a little bit flexion and extension, and see how's that feel. And I'm at the same muscle. You can do standing. Sitting is a little bit kind of difficult, so the standing is more comfortable.
Really?
Yeah. See? And you can rotate to the right and do the same thing. Okay. After I'm decompress again, just see how's everything. Mm-hmm. There we go. Now I'm working on occipital area. I want to do a little bit of rotation in the occipital, OA1, OA2. So as you can see, we're going to work on this OA joints. It's right in here. This is the atlas occipital joints, and this is what the most stuck is happening. So a lot of chiropractors adjust this area, and it's helped tremendously. So highly recommend to get adjustment. And so what we're going to do, we're going to manipulate this just like that. So we're going to place our fingers on the side and just manipulate up and down till you feel smooth movements. A lot of people put in the middle. Don't do that because it's artery up here. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to place 2 or 3 fingers right in the occipital area, more laterally. And what we're doing here, we do slightly side bending of the top, just the top. Mm-hmm. You can do a little bit of rotation and do the same thing. This is what I'm doing here. Go neutral again, go to the right, and do side bending. Okay, now we want to place the head in rotation, and what I'm doing here, my thumb is coming to the C7, T1, and my top fingers come on the pecs, and I'm just doing that kind of slide 45 degrees down. And at the same time, my left arm is moving up and down really slightly. And this is what I'm doing. How's it feel?
Good.
I have to be in rotation. Breathe. And if you feel pop, it's also good, but it's not necessary. Some people waiting for this pop. Yeah. Here we go. So we'll go to the, let's see how he can go rotated to the right. And is that restricted for you more? Do you feel more restriction now? Do you feel restriction on this side?
A tiny bit, yeah.
Tiny bit, okay.
Compared to the other one.
Yeah.
You loosened it.
Mm-hmm. Go back to neutral, decompress again. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to bring to 45 degrees, and you can see he's come up. And we're going to create rotation. And just see if he can go 45 degrees. Is that 45? Does that feel any pain?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah, it's 45. And let's go to the left now. and this is limited, you see. So what I'm doing here now, I push this in and I hold it, and I ask now I hold it and ask to David to look to the left with your eyes. Just look. Now look to the right. Now look up. Look to the right again, and look to the left. And when he looked to the left, I add a little bit more rotation. And look, get there. Is any pain right now, David?
No.
So yeah, always use visual effects. So here we go. I'm slowly get back to the neutral and lower down. So always be careful when you go back to neutral position. Now we can work a little bit on stretch. Not the stretch. I don't want to call this stretch. We want to open and decompress the neck and using chest. So what I'm doing here, I place my hands on chest and kind of work on this clavicle. What I'm basically do, I push this clavicle down, that's shoulders. So you see, I don't do side bending, but I can also create little good pull the fascia down. How's it feel?
So you're good. So you're lengthening out.
Yeah.
You're getting movement.
Yeah. And you see, I can ask you to shrug your shoulders and let it go. Just like that. Okay. Okay, and sometimes we have this, the cervical is locked or something going on, the vertebra is not there. What I'm doing, I call this bowling ball. So I grab the head right in the occipital area, whatever my dominant hand is, my right is dominate. Now I place my left hands on the forehead, and what I ask to David to tuck the chin and tuck his chin with him. So basically what I'm doing, I'm rotate that skull like a bowling ball. So just like that. Get some movements in the vertebra. And this is what I'm doing. How's it feel?
It feels good.
Good. Now you can turn to the left and do the same thing to the left. Really gently. I don't apply a lot of pressure. Go ahead, rotate here. Okay, here we go. So it's a neck.